I came out in the barn and I was going to make a box to ask my girlfriend to prom. So I had the piece of wood and I was cutting into it. When it happened, there's a real defined sound, like if you're cutting a piece of wood and the piece of wood breaks, and it just makes like a little ringing sound on the blade. It didn't hurt, it didn't, nothing, and so I didn't think anything of it, and I just thought it was a piece of wood that had broke. Until I looked down and realized that, I no longer had my thumb.
If someone is going to treat your kid's new toe to thumb that in Ann Arbor they checked on every hour to make sure the blood flow was still established, you have to be thinking about tendon healing, bone healing, nerve healing, and the precautions that go along with that.
When I got there, it was awesome. They were open arms and had, everything. They just said, okay, figured out as much about me as they could.
There's an Aiden attached to that hand, and you have to treat that person as well as that hand.
I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know, really much about it. It was just kind of one of those things, and I had to learn, pretty much, how to use it again.
That's the exciting thing about a transplant or a replant, is it's everything, all in one case.
I can do whatever I want to do. It's just a matter of how much hard work I put into it. And I think that's a thing for some people, and I want them to see that, yes, there are bumps in the road, there are hard times, there are things that you may think you can never get through, but anything is possible.
And that's our goal, to have it as functional as possible, but for that to become, you don't have to think about it to do it, you just do it. I think he's going to go far in life.
I don't really ask why me. I know there's a reason, and I know that God has a plan for everybody. Part of me is glad that it happened to me and not somebody that wouldn't have as good of a time as handling it.